What's up, everybody? 3 in a possible, 2 in a possible today. That's what the new show's name should just be, 2 in a possible, because between you and Joe, I never know if I'm going to get both of y'all. But it's all good. So we are going to have a special guest. We're going to record this upcoming Friday, December 3rd. We're going to have Gavin Hagar on. Good friend of all of ours. Great guy. Has some very interesting fandoms, interesting teams that we need his perspective on. Timberwolves, Vikings. I need his help probably to make some sense of what those teams are.
Boy.
But rundown for today, we're going to just cover some general news that's going around in the NBA. We are recording today, 11/28. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday. We're going to play a little game of MVP or not to MVP. We're going to go over some guys that have never won an MVP in the NBA. That's a qualifier for this. So no KDs, no Stephs, no people like that. And we're going to say, as of right now, through this part of the season, we're through about 20-ish games. Do they deserve to be in the MVP conversation? Not should they win it, but do they have a rightful place in the MVP conversation? We're going to see if we're going to hit the panic button on a certain player that plays in Brooklyn. We're going to play a little game of start, sit, cut, and then we're going to see how we're feeling. A little temperature check at the end of the episode. We're going to choose love. We're going to choose violence. Highlight a player for good or for bad. Team, whatever. Devion, you ready to get into it?
Yep. It should be fun. Let me see.
All right. So let's start with
the names and shit. This is going to be interesting.
So let's talk about some news here. We got probably the biggest piece of news. John Wall has kind of broken his silence a little bit. He wants to play. The Rockets want him to play, but with a lesser role. So they're not going to play him unless he's cool with being probably, 15, 20 minutes a game, kind of mentoring their younger players. Real interesting situation. Devion, what do you want to see? Your kind of reaction to the whole John Wall drama in Houston?
They probably should just let him go. Because I know he ain't taking no lesser role with them. I know I wouldn't. They won 3 games, and they want him to be a mentor. Looks good, like we talked about before. We got on here he looked good last year. This year he looks good. It's just not obviously he ain't John Wall like he used to be John Wall, but he still got some life in him. And if I was John Wall, shit, I'd be one to. I ain't taking a lesser role for them. Fuck them. It ain't like you taking a lesser role for a championship team. Y'all just out there playing rec ball. I'm not taking shit. I would ask them to literally buy me out, and I'll go to another team. And I'm pretty sure he can get picked up, especially the way he looks right now. He ain't going to have no problem. All those worries about probably his injury and his recovery and everything should be a thing of the past. So I would ask them to waive me and get gone, and they can rebuild how they want to rebuild. I just want to be there. Keep it real.
Yeah, it's a really weird situation there. He was the big piece that ended up bringing Russ to Washington last year. Most of I think though that he made the money work salary cap wise, but I just when you see a veteran move to a lesser role, it's not usually like this.
Yeah, facts.
It's not like John Wall had Houston has done nothing for John Wall. You know what I mean? It's not like he had. It's not like he had like a 15 good years there, and okay, he's starting to kind of fade into the sunlight. He's going to mentor the next group of people for the franchise that he is so tightly associated with, right? Like that would have been Washington. Like if Washington brought in some more guards and like John, can you take up more of a bench role, mentor these guys? We love you. You've done so many good things for the team. You can kind of get that, right? Like what Dwayne Wade did in his last few years in Miami. Like that, but Dwayne Wade is Miami Heat basketball. Like that's a whole different situation than, oh yeah, we traded for you and then we kind of didn't let you play last year. Now we're not letting you play at all this year. Like, no, fuck no. So the issue, I think, is the money. John Wall is smart enough to probably know that he's not getting that contract ever again. Like, he's
Facts.
making 40 plus million. So even a buyout is going to be tricky for, like, John Wall's going to have to weigh, I
Yeah.
think, in that case, like, do I want to just keep sitting here and collecting this money, or do I really want to hoop? Do I want to play? And am I willing to take a buyout, get some money up front, and then a smaller deal for the future? He could bet on himself, take like a 1 year thing and try and prove that he's still John Wall.
And how
But
much?
then,
If they did buy him out, how much of that money does he keep? And then he can go make it back up because the way he's playing, I might take a risk on myself. But just depends on how much money I'm losing because that's a lot of money.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
he ain't
a
getting a
lot of
contract
those
like that. That's a
situations
fact.
are those situations can be very different. Sometimes the player has to buy their way out. Like if they don't want
Yeah.
to be there. Like it would all depend on the terms there. Like, and John Wall's definitely not doing that. I don't think
Nah.
John Wall's coming out of his own pocket. But if they want to buy him out,
Definitely.
get him off the salary cap, like the thing is, like Houston loses nothing by John Wall sitting and being pissed off.
Mm-mm.
Like that doesn't hurt them at all. They want the number one overall pick again. Like they're in those sweepstakes. So yeah, it's a tough situation. I
Yeah.
feel bad for him because like he's been a very exciting player in this league, and it sucks to see him with his last few like probably really good years just get wasted.
Yeah. And that sucks too. Yeah, because he did all that to bounce back, look good. Houston looked good when he was playing before. Yeah, like little flashes of him being an old John Wall, and then now they kind of recruit your replacement.
I mean, and it really all came down
Yeah,
to Harden kind of just bitching his way out. Like
facts.
if James Harden doesn't give up on the Rockets, do you think they're asking John
Nah,
Wall to take a lesser role? No, they
nah.
want him to star right next to James Harden.
Yeah, he's good. It's just, yeah, he got fucked. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
It's
ain't gonna lie, if you're ever doing FanDuel and our three and a possible group's been real light lately, got to get some more people back in there. But if John Wall ever gets to play and he plays against James Harden, I'm smashing. I'm smashing that every single time.
that
He's
thing
gonna.
like that's a vendetta. Oh man.
All right, let's go to some more lesser. Well, not lesser. They're all important people. Whatever.
Yeah,
Next piece of
whatever.
news: DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, signing with the reigning champs, the Milwaukee Bucks. Brooke Lopez has been dealing with a back injury. He's missed, I think, 16 games, still not back.
Hmm.
So, Devion, do you expect a major impact from Boogie? Because he actually played pretty well for the Clippers last year for
Yeah.
some big stretches.
See, I'm on the fence about that because it's like what I saw. Well, obviously, what everybody sees what Brooke Lopez does is like the perfect role for him. Boogie, yeah, I guess, shooting and all that other stuff, but he gonna bang you up in the paint. So they gonna play a lot of bully ball, like with him and Giannis together playing bully ball. That can be kind of scary. So it just depends on what Boogie I get that night. But I think, yeah, based on what he's been doing like last year, I guess his back's on against the wall when it comes to teams not really wanting to keep him for long. He might actually. I think he'll be all right. But I gotta get honestly for me, I gotta see like 10 games from him just to see what type of Boogie I'm gonna get. But if he plays that bully ball, and just don't go out there shooting all them fucking threes. Just
Well, I
just
think that's
yeah.
probably what they're going to ask him to do.
I
I think
know.
I
It's
think their
just
plan is to try and have him try and replicate what Brooke Lopez was doing.
and
One thing this signing does do for me, it makes me a little concerned about Brooke Lopez and his availability for this year because I don't think
mm-hmm.
they go get Boogie if they really trusted Brooke to be there.
Mm-mm.
Um, I think so. That's kind of what I'm reading into there. I think it's a good fit. Like he's not going to have to do a ton. They're not going to ask Boogie to go out there and get 15 points, 10 rebounds. But what he can do is he can rebound the ball well for them. He's a very good passing big man, And he's got enough range to go if they want to send him to a corner. Like, he's got enough range to chill there and hit some threes. So I think it's a good signing. I think it's a pretty low risk signing for the Bucks. But I am intrigued, and I'm a little worried about Brook Lopez because what Boogie will not bring, in my opinion, is the defense at the rim that Brook Lopez.
Nowhere near.
But you'll still have the same liability of him getting cooked in pick and rolls by these top teams in the East. So that's where I'm a little worried.
I'm still not gonna be a fan of, like, I want to see if he might shock me and he might be out there shooting those threes and banging them, but I don't know how that's gonna work. That's why I say I gotta look at it like 10 games, and if he cooking out there, he's still, like you say, he ain't getting 15 to 10. He might be one that will get you, a good night for him, honestly, probably be 10 to 12 points. He just really needs to go out there really banging them rebounds. Like, he needs to get a lot of boards. And if he ain't getting no boards, man, I just don't want to see him out there being like a 5-2 player. Like, if you go get 5 points, go get at least 8 rebounds and be good.
Yeah, depending on his minutes, I think that's a real possibility.
Facts.
So the last piece of news I really put in there is probably not super big for the NBA world, but a guy that's near and dear to my heart. Goran Dragic is out indefinitely due to personal reasons. Guess he's not too happy there in Toronto. I know he didn't really want to go there, but that was the only way it was going to work for the Kyle Lowry trade. You worried about my boy Dragic? You worried about my boy? Nah. He's gonna ride out the season and go to Dallas.
Yeah,
with boy Luka. That's probably what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's cool. Like, it's Toronto. Who the fuck cares?
He didn't want to go. He's not trying to go be part of a young team right now. He wants to win. I get it.
I wouldn't either. And he ain't that type of player to be out there going to no young team like that and trying to go to the ship. Like, he's seasoned.
Right.
Go put that man on a nice roster.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his last couple of years, most likely. So
he'll be all right, though. I ain't too worried about it. He'll be all right.
All right. MVP or not to MVP? So I'm assuming you understand the premise here. Do they deserve to be in the MVP conversation right now, this season, 2021? I don't care what they did 10 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago. I don't care how they've played so far this season. All right, you ready for the first one, Devion?
Yeah. Let me look at this list again.
All right.
I'm ready.
Trae Young, 5th in the league in scoring, averaging 26 points a game on 46.5% shooting, about 40% from 3. He's also throwing in 9 assists with that. What do you think?
Nah, good stat line, but I don't know, because like how I look at MVP is when you have a stat line, but like, are y'all winning? Like, what are you doing for the team? And I'm not saying he's not doing a lot for his team because he is the team, but I think they're 8th.
They're 11 and 10 in the AC, tied with the Celtics. So.
Nah, if he can bump that up, man, like 5th seed or something with his stat line, yeah. But like right now, nah, it's just fun to watch, but he ain't gonna win nothing. He ain't winning nothing with them stat lines. And I'll be a hypocrite because I used to get on James Harden all the time about that. So I don't want to be a hypocrite.
All right.
So
I'm with you. I'm going no for now, kind of the same qualifier. I need them to move up the rankings a little bit. I don't think you're going to be able to win unless you put up super crazy stats. Those are not. They're very good stats. They're great stats. But if you're going to be in the play-in game, you got to be doing something crazy like 30 plus, 10 plus, stuff like that. So I'm going to lean no right now, but if they get their, if he gets the team playing a little better and winning, then I'm with you. I think they deserve to be in it. All right. I'm very intrigued on your answer to this next one. Paul George.
I'm trying not to be
6th in the league in scoring. We talked about it last week. He has been hooping.
Yeah.
There's no denying it. He's also adding 5 assists and 7.5 rebounds. A very complete game, but similar but not quite as bad. They have a very similar record, whereas
Yeah.
Atlanta is 11-10, the Clippers are 11-9, but they are in the 5 seed in the
Yeah.
West.
Yeah, I say yes to him because pretty much what he's doing, what he has stepped into his role like he's supposed to. And really, he is only like 2 good games really away from being like 4th seed. You know, I ain't gonna say 3rd seed, but because Utah, they find a way to always fucking win games in the regular season. I hate them, but I hate that weak ass team. But nah, he's 5th seed with what he's doing. He's looking like that old PG. I'm cool if they put him MVP, yes, but at the bottom.
Okay, so he deserves to be in the conversation.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll give him that.
I'm going no.
I ain't mad at that
Same
either.
reason for
I
Trae
ain't mad at
Young.
that. Yeah.
Like their seeding is fine. I'm good with the seeding in terms of the MVP vote, but you got to be winning more than 55% of your games. That's not good enough to me. 11-9 is not quite cutting it.
I'll give you that.
So that's why I'm going to go no. Because I think this my reasoning is sometimes in the East, in the more recent history, we've had teams that are 6 seed with like a losing record or 500. There's no way in hell you'd give somebody MVP. So that's kind of why I'm leaning there with Paul George. The efficiency has not been great either. He's shooting about 4 percentage points lower than Trae Young. So that
I'll give you that with that. He is. It looks
I mean, he
good,
has
but
to
it's
because
still.
he has to do a
Yeah.
ton for that team. Like I'm not knocking him. I don't think he's
Yeah.
playing
But no,
poorly,
that's a good reason though.
but I'm gonna go no with him. Okay, next one. This one I'm really interested in. Demar
Yeah.
Derozan.
I do not know
So
what
let me
him.
give you
Oh
DeMar
man.
DeRozan stats. All right, he is averaging a tenth of a point less than Paul George, 25.8 on 48% shooting, about 34 from 3, which is very good for him. About 90% from the free throw line. He's also adding in 5 rebounds and 4 assists, and as we've noted, the Bulls are off to a really good start, 13-8. That's a 62% win percentage, and they are tied for 4th with the Bucks in the East.
Man, I'm definitely saying yes for him. Like, I'm shocked that I am even saying yes, that I'll even consider him this year. But this dude then went over and pretty much took over the Bulls. Like, to me, he is the number one option, like
Oh
carrying the
yeah,
biggest load. And they really, what is it? They're like what, 5th place? They really all like literally like half a game,
yeah.
1 game
They're
away
they're
from being
they're
like
tied.
2nd
They're tied
place.
with Milwaukee record
Yeah,
wise for the 4th best record in the East. They're a half game behind Miami and Washington.
yeah. So
They could have been in second, if Miami didn't just go into Chicago on Saturday and knock them
yeah,
down,
they did definitely
But
bust their head. So but DeRozan, yeah, and I don't think he's gonna slow down. I think he's gonna get better as the season keeps going because they mesh really well, and he stepped into. I don't even know if I can say like he stepped into his role because his role is not what I thought it would be.
he made this transition while he was kind of just
Yeah,
quietly down there in San Antonio, and you're seeing it now with a better team around him. Still that same guy, still putting the ball in the bucket, getting others involved. Like it's a very like to average that
man,
many points when you've got another member of your team that is in like the top 10 of scoring, just below him at 9th. Like he's 7th in the league in scoring, and Levine is 9th.
yeah,
Like it's
because they were like a like point like 2, 3 or something away from like with they points like point wise.
0.5. Yeah,
Yeah, see, yeah, you got them two like that, and Levine. I don't know. Levine is a little tough. I ain't gonna
he's
say,
playing good too.
yeah, and DeRozan, man, man, hell yeah, DeRozan, man, hell yeah, like, bro, I
All right, that
am
makes me happy, Devion. I'm
like,
glad. I'm glad you had some
uh,
common sense today.
yeah, bro,
I'm
like, I ain't gonna
happy.
look. I don't want to be a fan today. I'm gonna be real today.
So yeah, I'm with you. DeRozan has to be in it, in my opinion. Okay,
I know this next person, they probably not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I don't give a fuck.
Luca.
Fuck no. I was just being real. he's Luka, like he's balling, but like man, bro, Dallas has been. They are going to be one of these people where they'll be like 4th, 5th, 6th seed. He can be balling, but he's not doing anything that's super, super impressive to be in that caliber of players to me. Like he's a great young talent, but for you to be like MVP or you got to cross over a certain hurdle, like it's like an invisible hurdle that you have to cross over. And I don't think he's just quite there yet. In my personal opinion, I don't like fun to watch, but it's just something. He's stepping into it because like that game winner, that was cool. Like how he's really stepping into it, but I gotta see that a few more times, and I gotta see it when it matters for me to even think he's. And by the time I see that shit, the MVP will be over pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sold on it yet. Like Luka's Luka, he's great, but fuck no, I'm sorry, I can't. I just,
Yeah,
I'm not, no,
I'm
no,
not going. I'm not going there either. Nope.
no,
Nope.
hell
Same.
no.
He's in. Paul George, Trae Young, same thing.
Yes.
Need to win more. They're like Paul George won 55% of his games. They're 55.6%. I'm not going to break the rules just for Luka.
Yeah.
I like his game less than I like Paul George's and Trae Young's right now. So no, not going for Luka.
And the
Okay,
organization, the team looked a
have
little
agreed.
shaky.
Have we agreed on all of these? Or no,
Except
you put
PG.
Paul George. You said yes for Paul George. I said no.
And
Okay.
that was like a flip with Paul George because I was kind of being a little fan, because I used to like PG a lot, and I'm happy he playing well. Because if I wasn't a PG fan, I probably would have said fucking no. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm just gonna be real.
All
But
right, John Morant. We've enjoyed watching him a ton this
yeah,
year. They are only 10-10 though.
yeah.
He's averaging 24 on about 48% shooting. He's averaging a touch under 7 assists and 5.6 rebounds.
How much is this gonna hurt for me to say this? But no, I can't. Like I said, I can't break the rule, bro. Like they 10-10. Like
Yep.
he's man, stellar performances and everything. You can see he's exactly what everybody wanted him to be, but he not winning. Like so, if you can't translate those good stats into wins, that don't mean shit to me. Like nah, he get up to like with the way he's playing. If he gets to like the 5th seed or something, I'll say okay. With him, I will give him 5th seed. But anything below that, nah. You got too many good players doing real shit. You got too many good players in the moment. I can't. It's the record for me, man.
Yep, I'm with you. He's a player I'd give a little more slack to,
Yeah,
though, in terms of the record, just because I think his team is considerably worse than everyone else's that we've
that's a
talked
fact.
about. So I'm going no because 10-10 is just not going to
Yeah,
cut it. Like you gotta be better than that. But like if he was also at that like 55%, winning percentage, I'd probably lean yes, just because I
yeah,
think his team is much worse than those other ones.
yeah.
Like
If the
all the love in
Clippers
the world is
switch,
like the Steven
yeah,
Adams and Dylan Brooks and
nah,
Jaren Jackson Jr.
nah,
They're all fine players, but
nah.
those are all role players.
Yeah, nah. If he had like the Clippers record right now, 11-9, I'll be like, hell yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, that team is weak. So for him to be 10-10 is impressive, and he got a better record than the Lakers, and he doing better than
They
the
also have
so
a claim that only one other team has: is they beat Golden State.
yeah,
So they got that going for them. Okay,
yeah,
last one,
absolutely,
Jimmy Butler.
absolutely. Like nothing you can say about him. People can hate on him all they want. They would number 2, really one game behind for being behind Brooklyn. Like we've been saying, bro. I'm just being real. There's nothing you can say. 2-way player shows up when he's supposed to, and a number 2. There's nothing you can say about Jimmy. If you hate on him, you just don't like Miami, or you just don't like him as a player.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
23.6 points a game on 52% shooting. He's averaging 5 assists 2.1 steals, which is either at the top or near the top of the league. 5 assists, 5.8 rebounds. I mean, he's doing everything for that team, and they got the record.
Yeah.
They're 13-7, and let me just tell you that because the Heat have had to play an absurd amount of road games to start. 13 of their first 20 games have been on the road. They have gone into Brooklyn. They've gone into Utah,
Yes, sir.
Dallas,
Yes, sir.
Chicago,
Yes, sir.
and won. Like, I can't remember if they went into Milwaukee or not. I don't remember if that was a home or an away game. But
I can't remember.
like, that's a lot of really good road wins as well. So like the fact that they are second in the East right now with that kind of schedule, Jimmy being the leader of that team, I think he has to be in the MVP race.
Yeah, and he's one of the top. I'm not.
To me, he's the highest of the people on that list. But I know I've got a little fandom.
No. Not even close. His number one is him, DeRozan, and then there's a huge gap in between that. Huge gap. Yeah. And he's one of the best two-way players in the league easily this year. In my opinion, top 3. I'll make an argument for something else, but I go take it there today. But easily top 3 two-way players in the league, and he's producing. Nothing you can say about him. Fuck them. Miami, I'm telling you, Miami is going to go to the finals again. I'm telling you, Miami's going to the finals. And it sounded crazy before the season, looking more and more like
crazy to me. But
I know I know that I'm like one of them dudes that like low key. I'm not like a Miami fan, but I respect them so much. I always root for them. I ain't gonna hold you. They are going to the finals. Watch.
I don't know. Milwaukee's starting to look like Milwaukee again.
It's cool.
That they got their just a fun fact: when they've had Drew, Middleton, and Giannis, they're undefeated. They haven't lost yet.
It's cool, bro. Because Milwaukee, I would like to see if Milwaukee plays. I don't think it's gonna happen like this. I think based on like how the record's probably gonna end up being. But do you really think, on a side note, Milwaukee and Brooklyn rematch this year? You think it's gonna be the same as last? You think Milwaukee gonna edge them out in 7?
Might not even take 7 games.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah,
that's a good transition, though, Devion. Yeah. So last week we had a lot of fun with the panic, our fake panic buttons here. Do we hit the panic button or not? So we're going to do one round this time. Last week we did teams. This week we're doing a player. He happens to play for those Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm.
He got his way traded out of Houston last year. Apparently Houston was the huge problem right now. Brooklyn is sitting atop the East right now. I'm struggling to remember like a really big, good team that they've beat, but maybe that's just my memory. Maybe they haven't beaten anybody of major note. Who cares? They're in first place. They got to be happy about that. But James Harden does not look like James Harden. 20.3 points per game. Man. So he's barely getting 20 after, scoring titles, averaging 30 plus for so many years. Now he is, I believe, second in the NBA in assists per game with 9.4. So that's obviously very good. But Devion, let me just throw some names at you that are averaging more points a game. And I haven't even told you the worst part of this whole thing yet, but some people that are averaging more points per game than James Harden. Tyler Hero, Malcolm Brogdon, Anthony Edwards, who's a good young rising star.
But still.
Karl Anthony Towns. Russ is even outscoring him slightly. CJ McCollum. You know who the people right below James Harden, just for some context? Miles Bridges, De'Aaron Fox, OG Anunoby, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Fred VanVleet. Like, those are the people he's around right now in points per game with his 20.3. And the ultimate kicker here, on 40.6% shooting.
Yeah.
He's barely above 40%. Are we hitting the panic button? Are you?
Yes. I got to hit it. Because, bro, like, how many turnovers is he averaging a game, too? Because I know it's high. I can't remember.
Turnovers a
like
game.
5. It's like
5 flat.
Yeah.
which really puts a dent in those 9.4 assists.
Yeah, that's why I was like, none of that shit matters because he turning the ball over. And then what was it last night? Or the other day? What I don't remember when it was, but he played the Suns. I'll be mixing my days and shit up. They lost to the Suns.
Right. Baby brain will do that.
Yeah, facts, boy. On that thing. They played the Suns, and he looked terrible. Like, terrible. And those are like the people that he got a triple double. So like on paper it looks good, but he shot 4 for 15, made no threes. He got to the free throw line 4 times and had 7 turnovers against the Suns. If you're playing like that against arguably one of the teams that is in the contention of being a championship team.
Those are measuring stick games.
Yeah, like bro,
you're not gonna sell me on some bullshit that James Harden just didn't get up for that game. They fucking went to the finals last year.
Yeah, I take what I said, bro. Milwaukee might beat them in 5 games. I take back what I said because he really is like it's starting to. It's like that rule. See that thing about it. He needs to adapt again. He is a good enough player where he can, adapt his game again with that rule.
Yeah,
to that
there's
rule.
No reason why he can't.
Yeah, but no free throws, like not getting to that free throw line, hurting his game.
And we talk about this guy in the MVP or not the MVP. Trae Young is 5th in the league in scoring on 46% shooting. He relied a lot on those same calls.
Yeah, and he's still balling.
The fuck together, Harden. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's playing like Fat Harden, Fat Suit Harden.
He still looks like Fat Suit Harden.
Oh, the other thing, like he need to. I think that's a mental thing right now. I think mentally right now he's like checked out, and it's like Durant is playing great basketball, but is making his decision to go to Brooklyn stupid at this point. With all the drama, like
his one superstar wants to be anti-vax. His other superstar is just not a superstar right now.
No,
I mean that's just KD's got to be pulling his hair out.
Playing like got that much more to pull. Playing like 7th man of the year, like dude playing. And I hate to say that because I like James Harden, but yeah, I'm panicking if I'm Brooklyn and y'all are winning. And that's the only reason why they would probably say, well, we ain't gonna panic. We still number 1 in the East. Like that's cool and all until everybody adjusts, and then we get to that playoff ball, and you gotta everybody.
Well, but here's the thing, Devion.
So everybody else gonna be running.
I was close to saying not panic, and I'm still teetering. I'm gonna say panic now because it's 20 games, it's the 4th of the season. The reason I'm gonna say I'm close to not saying panic is because I just know he can do it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But like the thing is, you've played the Bulls, lost. Heat, lost. Bucks, lost. Warriors, smacked. Suns, smacked. Like every team that's worth the damn that you play, whether it's at your place or theirs, you're losing. Yeah. So I don't care if you go beat the Hornets or you go beat, like whoever. Like I don't care about you beating.
That was 5 games that they lost to those.
5 of their 7 losses.
Yeah, it means nothing. Those wins mean nothing. Nothing.
Like I'm gonna try and pull up their schedule here so we can kind of look at who they have beat and have not beat. It's just you gotta be a little. You got to be concerned at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. They're 14-6, so that was 5 of their 6 losses.
And 76ers should be number 6. I think, right?
No, they ended up winning that game.
They lost to them one time. I know that. But that might have been earlier. That I know they lost to them one time for sure.
Then that might be 6. I'm trying to search for a good win. So I'm going in reverse. I'm sorry. I'm going from the beginning of the year. They beat the Hawks game 1.
Okay.
Solid. That's okay. It's not fantastic.
Okay. Yeah.
Pistons by 6. Ooh. They beat the Raptors. They lost to the Bulls.
Smash.
Beat the Magic. Beat the Pelicans. Beat the Thunder. Smacked by the Warriors. I gotta be missing a game in here too because I don't even see my Heat going in there and beating them. But anyways, like beat the Magic by 2, beat the Cavaliers by 5, Celtics get smacked by the Suns. It's just like
And the one win that they did get win against the Bucks that's not really impressive to me because the Bucks were
they
just
didn't beat the
like
Bucks. They lost to the Bucks. They lost to the Bucks.
I thought they beat them one time.
Bucks smacked them by 23 on opening night. I don't think they've played them since.
Yeah, because I was like, I know they got one win against one of these.
Okay, so one
good
team
teams.
win that looks good so far is Washington. They beat Washington by 14.
But they're supposed to beat them, though. That's the thing. Like, that's not like Washington's
I'm just
playing
saying,
great.
by looking at the standings and everything, like, okay, that is legitimately a good win. The team was tied for the second best record in the East. Okay, so that's their one win. Like everything else is,
and that's the thing about it. They have 20 games winning where it looks like James Harden is not adjusting. Durant is playing Durant ball, and the rest of the teams that you need to be worried about have figured it out. So now, before playoffs come, and I don't want to get because I got faith in James Harden where he can turn it on and if James Harden clicks, it's scary. It's a wrap. If
they're back to looking like a contender.
It's a wrap. But it's like to the point where like even though we got enough confidence in them, do you really want as like an organization risk or wants to get to the playoffs and hopefully hope that he switches while everybody else is already on that same high and they don't have to switch anything over. All they have to do is, and if they get better, it's scarier. That's why I'm like, man, I panic. I gotta panic, big time.
I'm with you. All right, let's go to start, sit, cut. I'm gonna give you 3 players. You got to start one, you bench one, and then one's getting completely cut out. So this one we're gonna go with some wings in the NBA. Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, Jason Tatum, who has been, we didn't mention him earlier, Jason Tatum has been balling lately.
Yeah. I hate Boston, but I'm not going to hate on him like that. Start DeRozan. I'll sit Tatum, and I'm going to cut PG.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know it's probably shocking, but it's just because, and I say that because I think I've never really had faith in Boston, like what they've done with the picks that they've had, and I think if you put Tatum in a better, let me watch what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'll say better environment, not like better organization, because the organization actually ain't like terrible. So better environment with better players, and if he had the opportunity, my personal opinion, if he was on the Clippers and that organization got Tatum will look great. PG is doing what he's supposed to, and it's still not like cool, but I don't see y'all winning. So, I'm gonna cut him. And he's also too, when you have another superstar player with PG, he forgets how to play. He's gone.
Yeah,
gotta get rid of him.
All right, I'm gonna start DeRozan. I agree with you there. I'm gonna bench PG, and I'm cutting Tatum. Sorry, Shamanad. But my thing with Tatum is he takes too many stupid shots. Like there's too many times in a game where I'm just like, do you know how to play basketball? Like I have to ask that question with Jason Tatum just way too many times. Like, do you understand that there are 4 other people on here with 13 seconds on the shot clock, you thought a fadeaway from the short corner was the thing?
He does take some tough shots. He takes tough shots,
and he makes some tough ones. I'm like he is a good. He's a bad shot maker, right? Like he can do that, but you don't have to do that.
No.
Like you should save that for desperate times, not with like half the shot clock remaining.
It's the environment.
So I don't know.
Environment, man. Like where
I don't know. Brad Stevens does it to coach up some offense. That's what just still mind blowing to me. But yeah, I'm gonna switch Paul George and Tatum for you. So okay, another one here. Some young and upcoming guards. I'm very interested in your take on this one. Ja
Man, this
Morant,
is
Anthony
hard.
Edwards, and LaMelo.
Bro, this one is hard. This is gonna be the hardest one. Um,
Side note, before you go, you see the best poster that never was?
this boy
My,
here.
my, my poor guy Gabe Vincent. Anthony Edwards blessed that young man.
Hey, boy, that was my. And this is hard because, bro, Ja, I'm going to out of all. Oh, I don't know, because it's like
It's
Ja,
tough. It's tough.
man, like, because with these is so much potential. Like LaMelo is that guy, but Edwards is that guy too. Um, Ja is just proven. I think I'm going to start Ja. I'm definitely gonna start Ja because I think out of all of them, he's the one guy. Whether the team sucks or not, he will find a way to win. But we've also gotten a chance to watch him a little longer, so that could change. Now LaMelo and Anthony, and I probably would. Oh shit, this is hard
This is a tough one.
because I feel like I'm losing it no matter who I think I'm a sit LaMelo because I think Edwards will end up being a better scorer than him in the long run, but LaMelo has a higher ceiling and can do more than what Edwards can do. But it's not like it's this much. It's really like, and it's more so like I like LaMelo's style of play more. So it's like I'm going towards a player style of play that I like more. But it's like, damn, I don't know, because Ed was nice, boy. That boy is nice. Um, and I don't think LaMelo relies on his athleticism as much as Edwards does either. So if that does fail on him, so I probably would cut Edwards, and I'm saying that. Well, I'm not saying that happily either. So
I'm really torn on this one as well. You know I love Ja.
yeah,
I
but
love watching all. I love. What's crazy is the player that I like the least is Anthony Edwards, just because he keeps saying he just says some wild shit about baseball, and I can't let it go.
yeah,
Talking
he
about
is wild.
he could throw not like 100 miles per hour or something if he just trained for a little bit. All right, shut the fuck up. No, you couldn't. I don't know who Alex Rodriguez is. Shut up. Yes, you like. I don't believe all that. But
He's great for entertainment.
he
I get that.
is fucking balling.
Yes.
And there's a little recency bias for me because I just watched him drop like 36 on my Heat, and like
Yeah.
he can do it in so many different ways.
He's a scorer.
That's what is.
Offensively, he's gifted.
He rebounds. He rebounds the ball really well.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
He's a decent playmaker too. I'm gonna start Ja. Josh is a little further along. I'm gonna sit.
Yeah, hard. I know, bro.
I'm gonna sit Edwards, and I'm gonna cut LaMelo.
And I ain't mad at that.
I think LaMelo's just got a little too much goofy to him. A little too much not careless, but like the creativity that makes LaMelo awesome. I think also leads to some turnovers that are eventually going to catch up with him once he's not like this young, fun player and people really start dissecting his game more. I think we're gonna see that be more aptly criticized. And I think Edwards just keeps ascending, scoring the basketball because there's really nothing you can't do. Like he's shooting the ball from the 3-point line already fairly well, 34.7%. Like that's pretty good. That's better than Paul George, better than DeRozan.
Mm-hmm.
Better than Luka, better than Tatum. A little lower than Ja Morant, which I think obviously is why is.
Edwards
We're both
is
starting him.
like Donovan Mitchell.
But bigger. He's like 6'7".
I know that is the
Like
exact same player, but bigger. Yeah, real shit.
You know what? And you know what I love about Ja and Ant? They are looking to put somebody on a poster every single play.
Yeah.
I love that mentality. Like, they're not trying to do all the avoid.
But that's
No,
the thing about it.
Clay. No,
I
they're
like
trying to
that.
put it on your head.
But LaMelo, that's why I say I give you that because LaMelo is one of those, like, I guess it's still like young-minded players. But once it like really clicks with LaMelo, it's over.
No, yeah, we'll see.
And I think it's gonna happen. But like I said, I don't think he's going to stay with the
Not gonna stay with
Hornets.
Jordan.
Fuck no. He's gonna stay with them. They might get obviously he gonna get that money because he gonna get a crazy contract, and then after that, gonna be a hot commodity, and it's gonna be a transition of
Maybe
who
he's
they.
the next Laker, the big name Laker.
Bro, man, it wouldn't shock me if the Lakers wouldn't have got him. He is really like a Laker style player, to be real with you. He is really like what we would like, but it's depends on who's on our roster. But I will go get LaMelo if I'm the Lakers, and I will go and put some pieces to fit. We've done it before. Shit, I'll take that risk on him.
All right, one more start bench cut. We're gonna do it. Kentucky,
pretty easy.
Kentucky Bigs edition.
Kind of easy.
I think this one's tougher than I originally thought it would be. Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, and Bam.
I'm cutting Cat off the rip.
Wow, that's quick.
I'm cutting him because, and I'll tell you why. It's not because he's not a fantastic player. He doesn't fucking win at all. So
They're in the playoff. They're in the playing game right now.
Ooh, and they're gonna lose. Like they don't win, and it's like they don't win, and I can't. I'm not starting or fuck no. He doesn't win.
I mean, I will just say this: Anthony Davis, win by himself, did not win, except for maybe 1 year.
He did better than Cat did by himself. That's my only thing against it because without the Lakers championship, I got one good playoff with Anthony Davis and Cat is So he got it by edge.
The biggest thing that Cat did wrong in his career was not figure out how to make it work with Jimmy.
Yes, that was dumb. That was the dumbest shit ever. Like you low key had a goal, man. If he
just instead would have just taken what Jimmy was saying, not taking it personally, and let
soft.
Jimmy kind of mold him.
Yeah, soft. I'm never going to have a player with a weak mentality like that, no matter how good you are, how much talent you have. If your mindset sucks, I'm cutting you. Because you're going to cap out somewhere. Bye.
All right, so then who are you starting, Bam or AD?
Bam. I'm starting Bam, and I am sitting AD. Bam, in my personal opinion, he might not score as much as people will want him to score, but two-way, you ain't fucking with him. Defensively, he's out there guarding guards, centers, putting them clamps on them, and he can score. And he can run. He got a motor. He figures it out. Like, and here's the thing about it. It's like, if you swap Bam and AD, and I'm just being real with you on the Lakers, I still think we will win a championship too. So it's not like it's we won because no. You switched them. And Bam got hurt
at this
too.
point, at this point, Bam would fit the Lakers better.
Yes,
he would fit in much better. You don't have to ISO him the ball or anything. He's good at playmaking for others. Him and Russ in a pick and roll would be amazing.
AD's got too many. And I hate saying this because it is like y'all not lying about that. It's just like I want you to play like how you played in New Orleans, bro. Like with that dog mentality. It's like you took your foot off the pedal. Like, I got LeBron. I'm gonna still do my thing, but it's just, I think he doesn't pick his moments when he needs. The last Detroit game was really impressive. I like that, and he did what he was supposed to do. But I need you to do that every night, especially with LeBron that's older.
And against teams that are not fucking Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. And LeBron's older, bro. Like, you need to do this we paying you big bucks, my boy. Like, you're really supposed to be the number one option.
Can you imagine AD's what, 28?
Yeah,
he's 20.
he's
He's
like
my age.
28,
He's my
28.
age.
Yeah.
He. Could you imagine LeBron James at 28?
No.
Even having to question if LeBron James is going to bring it that night, or if he's going to play hard, like play the right way. Like, come on, fuck no.
Yeah.
So this one's really, 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 really hard for me. And I love Bam.
Yeah.
I love Bam.
Hey, man.
So here's my dilemma. Bam and AD piss me off on a nightly basis offensively. Like, they're just stupid as fuck. I'm starting to question if John Calipari knows how to coach bigs offensively, because
I don't like I
they
hate this. Like,
drive me nuts with what they AD especially, because AD, you are like 7 feet tall, like Inspector Gadget arms. Like there's no reason why you don't just dominate around the rim.
yeah, guard mentality.
So Karl Anthony Towns, I think, is actually the one that understands his offensive capabilities and successes the best out of the three.
Facts.
I think he plays the most intelligent offensive game out of the three. He is by far the weakest defender. By far.
Not even close.
So that's what's tough.
And his mentality sucks, bro. He doesn't. But I guess if he got him out of that and you put him in a Miami type of organization,
I think Miami's the type of place where you sink or swim, and I think he might just sink there. So I'm not gonna just give him that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna cut, because I think Anthony Davis at this point, with what he puts on, like when I watch games, what he actually does, I don't doubt any of his capabilities. I think he's an overrated defender at this point. I don't think it's mentality. Like I don't think he brings that mentality. And now come playoff time, I think he would tap into it. But oh god, this is tough. I think I'm gonna do it the same way you did. I think I am. I'm gonna go start Bam, because I always know what I'm gonna get from Bam defensively, and I love that versatility. Like, I think that can't be overstated enough what Bam allows you to do on defense. He gets others involved. That's always there. The scoring, he pisses me off with how he doesn't realize that he's.
You can't really stop him.
Yeah, if he wants to get to the rim again, like, he can live there, but then he just sometimes just turns and looks.
Bro, his handle is nasty. I don't care what nobody. That boy is a big man. His handle is
he can run. He can run the fast break. Like he does so many things well. So I'm going to start Bam, bench AD, and I'm cutting Cat.
Mentality sucks. And the one thing people sleep on, I always tell them. Well, I mean, I guess they always forget the points and the offense that is created from defense. Just like people love when AD, and I will give it, AD will close the gap on shooters and he will block the shot, but Bam is locking your ass up. And he'll he gets some blocks or steals.
I've seen Bam put Curry in prison.
Yes, bro. It's like
it's just a whole nother thing. Like, it's a completely different way of defending. Like, you can funnel people to AD, and that's very valuable. I'm not denying that. It's like the kind of the Rudy Gobert thing. And I think an AD is more capable on the perimeter than a Rudy Gobert. I'm not trying to say they're the same.
Facts.
Whole different conversation. Again, launch every single one of Rudy's Defensive Player of the Years to the fucking moon. But yeah, Bam's on a whole different level. Bam's like a Draymond, Tony Allen, like, combined.
Yeah, facts.
All right. We're going to close it out here, Devion, with either love or violence. I'll let you go first. Devion, are you choosing love or are you choosing violence?
Violence, and I'm going against
my
own team, the Lakers, because I am pissed off looking at them. Like, I'm low-key watching them in the background right now. We are winning, but it's fucking Detroit. Like, damn, we suck. Like, we just cannot fucking get it together. Like, AD, it's like we are screaming AD. Like, I know it's LeBron, but we're screaming AD to be the number one option. And it's like I'm still gonna take the backseat to LeBron. I'm gonna let it's still LeBron's team, and no, bro, go be out there and cut LeBron's head off, bro. Like, get these fools together, man. Like, it's just like we can't. And fucking coach don't know how to fucking put lineups together. It's like this dude don't want to take the flack from not putting people together, fucking putting Rondo and Russ on the court at the same fucking time. I'm just like, man, like what the fuck are we like? And here's the thing about it. I wish I could do like a little play-by-play right now watching this game with Detroit. They just got to stop right now, and it's not because they play great defense. It's because Detroit sucks. Because they collapse on defense so much. They give out all these, they risk stealing the ball all the time instead of playing one-on-one defense. And then now the games should be blown out by 15 or 20. We're winning by like 6 points. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, bro. Like, we are trash.
Got it out.
Yeah,
Feel better
bro.
now.
Like, and I ain't want to do them. I want to love on somebody today, but fuck them right now. But I still love them. You know what I'm saying? But I digress, bro.
All right, I'm choosing love today.
Thank you, somebody.
I'm such a loving person, Maybe it's the Dolphins on a win streak. The Heat just took care of business in Chicago. I don't know. Maybe it's all that. But I'm going to show love to a player that is not going to get talked about a lot this year. Probably should be leading the Most Improved Player award so far.
Thanks.
Cole Anthony. This man has been hooping. He's averaging 19.6 points a game. All right. Efficiency's not great. A touch under 42%. But he's shooting 36.6% from three. He's also averaging, I think, six assists a game. Young point guard, I think in his second year now. Like, also averaging, where's the rebounds here? 6 rebounds a game as well. 6.8 rebounds a game for Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
Good job. Like, Orlando, kind of got rid of everybody. There's a lot of people there that could just kind of pout, play shitty basketball. He's kind of stepped up to the challenge and playing really well, and honestly making it a conversation between him and Jalen Suggs, who should be point guard for the future. And we talked preseason for our preview. Jalen Suggs was my pick for Rookie of the Year. Ain't gonna happen now.
No.
Cole Anthony ain't letting that go.
No, sir.
So, shout out to him. He's having a hell of a start to the season. Again, about a fourth of the way through now. It's starting to really heat up. We'll see if he can kind of keep this pace up. But I don't see anyone that made quite the jump that he did. I mean, that surprised the hell out of me.
I don't think nobody thought he would be good. I don't think anybody thought he would be.
Not this. Like, this looks like a bona fide starter.
Yeah, he thought he'd be a nice little role player, but give him, bro. He deserved all his props. Hey, Rookie of the Year. Who you think got it now? I'm gonna just throw that in there since we talked about that. Who you think gonna get it now?
It might be Jalen. It could be Jalen. You might have nailed this one. But another guy that I did show love to is actually in the top 20 in the NBA in assists right now is Josh Giddey from Oklahoma City. So he's a really good passer too. He's just, I don't know if you've watched much of them.
Really good player,
fantastic passer.
But it's too many other people that they'll look at that will take away from.
Yeah, I think right now it's between Cunningham and Jalen Green. I think.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Green,
they're gonna get the volume. They're gonna get the counting stats. They're gonna get all those things. So I think it's gonna be between those two. But I think this is a good way to wrap it. Good episode again. Next week we got Gavin Hagar coming on. We should record that Friday night. Should get that uploaded by Saturday. This one should be going live 11:29, probably in the evening. So shout out to all of our listeners, trying to keep growing the base. If you guys could, please share, comment, like, do all the things. Help get our word out there.
Yeah, you can even complain about the shit, man. Just,
argue with us.
Argue with us so I can get on your head too. Shit. Mm.
All right, y'all. 3 and Impossible signing off.